Hello, I'm Robert Jones. This is the first video I've made in many, many years, so please be gentle with your comments. I'll try not to stutter and stammer any more than absolutely necessary and try to put out a decent video for you. I'm an eBay seller, and I wanted to create templates to make my listings faster using eBay software, not third party, to where I had to go out and cut and paste and bring it back to eBay, etc. I went to YouTube and attempted to find a video showing me how to do this, and I was not able to find any. I found all kinds of things. Come over, use my fancy software. I'll let you use it for free for a while. And that's not what I wanted to do. So I learned how to do it myself. I thought you might be interested in how I do it and how and what I put into my actual templates. We're here on the eBay summary, which is probably where you first come in. If you're not, that's where you'll want to go to. You come up to here, click on my eBay, click on summary. That's going to bring you to here. Now you can click on, and you see this in my wife's account, Veronica's Closet. She's not very active. She's not really good with a computer. So we have it set up, and whenever she wants to list something, I go in and give her a hand. Okay, that's it. She does not use the Seller Hub. So we're going to go in and show you how she gets in to make a template, or how I get in to make her a template. We're going to come over to Account, click on it, and come down here to Seller Dashboard. And we're going to click on that. Now you see that you can say Start Selling. Okay, we're going to click on that. And down here, you could just go in and choose a template if you had them set up, which I do have some set up. Or you could take a Manage Templates or create a new template. Since you don't have templates up yet, you're going to create a new template. This here won't be there. So you're going to create a new template. And that's going to be to your template creation page. Now that we've showed you how she did it, we're going to get this out of the way and we're going to bring mine up. Okay, now we're mine. I'm Robert's Closet. And this again is your eBay summary page. Now I could do the same thing she did and go down through this, but what I do, since I have a Seller Hub set up, I'm going to come up to my eBay. Now I'm going to just come down to Selling. And this brings up the Seller Hub. I find this a very convenient thing to do. From here, the easiest way to get into create a template is to simply come over here and click on all listing or active listings, and then click on templates. That's the easiest way that I've found. That's why I do it all the time. You can see I've got a number of templates set up, and we don't want to do that. We want to create, because you won't have these, we're going to create a new template. Okay, we have all this type of stuff that's in here already. You can see that there's not an awful lot there because it doesn't really know what we're going to do yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to create for a pair of women's pants, and I have one over on the other side here. I'm going to open it up so that I can do a little copy and paste from it, things of that nature, and see what I got over there to use as examples. Okay, template name, we're just going to call it for right now. Well, I tell it also what kind of background I have. So I'm going to copy and paste this over here. This particular one is women's pants. That's so you can identify what it is when you get ready to do a listing, and it tells what kind of border and background I have. This, of course, you won't use in your actual listings. Now we're going to come down. Okay, we know it's women's pants. We want to come down here and pick out the correct category. We could put in a title here if we wanted to pay extra money. We could put in subtitles. I should say we could put in a bold title that stands out. We could put in subtitles. I don't do any of that. what I do though is this custom label. This is going to be something that will be helpful to you later. It's going to show up in your, when you look to see what you have out listed, it's going to show you this and it tells you where it's going to be at. You can, that's what I do. For instance, I put in, it's in bin number 11 because I put my stuff in bins. And then I tell what the year it is. In this case, it's 2017. And then I put in, we'll say this is item number 123. You can make this anything you want it or leave it completely out. I know that when I look at my listings, and you'll see it here pretty soon, when I look at my listings, that it is, let's just leave 10. You can, I'll be able to tell exactly where that is at. It will be in bin 11. It'll be number 123 and the 7 so that I can kind of keep track of how old this listing is. I may want to put it on a super sale or something like that. That's why I do this right here. It helps you later when you're trying to find items that you want. And you can also print it out on your label if you choose to. Okay, now we have to go into the categories. We don't want this category because that's not what we're doing. We're doing women's pants. Browse categories. And we're going to say clothing, shoes, and accessories. Women's clothing. Pants. Alrighty, we got the correct category in now. Now, if you have a store, this is where you put your store categories. We'll say that you have a store and you want to put it in women's pants, and you don't have another category you want to put it in, so you just leave that as an X. Okay. You probably don't have a UPC code. You can put in any of these if you want to. Pre-owned, new with tags, new without tags, new. Normally most of my stuff is pre-owned, so I just put pre-owned there. And you see here that under pre-owned is a custom, is a condition descriptions. This is basically what I put in, but you can put anything in here that is correct. A lot of my stuff is in excellent condition, have no holes, stains, or other defects that I can see. See the photos for more details about this item. When it comes time to do your actual listing, you'll change this to whatever it is that fits that item, that you have pair of pants that you're listing. You won't put any photos in at this point in time. When you get ready to add photos, of course, add photos. Okay, you don't want to, I don't do this because the fact that I'm not going to pay extra money, I'm tight. This is what is automatically put in since you selected women's pants. Okay, now you can put in other things if you want. For instance, I put in all kinds of measurements. I put in, click your add your own item to specifics. I put in inseam. And then I put in an inch mark. And what that does is allows me later on to click save. And you can see. So when I'm actually doing my listing, I can just come in and click there and put in the inches. I don't have to worry about doing the extra keystroke. Okay, we're going to put in a couple more here. Let's do another item specific. And this time let's put in waist. Here we're going to put in that. And since I do two things on measuring when there's a diameter, I give a straight across measurement, and then I put in my diameter measurement, which I will add into right here. That way it would be we'll say it was 12 inches across. When I straight measured across, I would put 12 in here. I would put double that, 24 in there. Okay, we're going to save that. And let's see, we have an inseam there. We have brand, style, material, inseam again. Oh, we have an inseam already up there. So what we're going to do is I don't need this one. So what we can do is we can simply take this one out. And I can just add my quotation marks in there. Okay, we're going to add another item specific. This time let's do the outseam. I like to put in outseams. And again, it's just a straight measurement. Okay, that's all I'm going to put in right now. I'm going to drag my other one over so you can see what I actually do. This is my actual template that I use. See, I put inseams, waist, front rise, hips, back rise, leg openings. Brand is automatically there, outseam, style, stuff, and all the rest of the stuff. We drag it back out of the way. Okay, so we're not going to do anything else right there right now. You can put as many in there as you want. I suggest if you think you're going to use it on some of them, put it in your template because it's very easy. It's much easier to just click remove and get rid of it than it is to enter it in. Now, down here is where your specifics about your item description are going to go. And well, let's see here. You want to use actually the standard. You don't want to use HTML. This is where all the fancy coding goes. It means hypertext markup language. Maybe in another video I'll show you how to do all that kind of stuff. Right now we're just going to worry about this. But what you do want to use is over here is you want to use the advanced editing because this gives you the ability to change the things that you want to put in there. I recommend that you use Arial font and 14. eBay recommends that you use 14 font for everything you do inside of here. Nothing smaller, let me put it that way. We're going to click right here and I'm going to put in for my template your item's title here. Click it down, leave a space. Now I want that to be larger, so we're going to highlight, I'm going to bring it up like this. I'm going to take that up to, oh, let's see about what 18 looks like. I want a little bit larger than that. Let's go to 24. I want to put it at 24. And we want it centered. So we're going to click here on center. There it is. I would also like to have it underlined. Okay, that looks better. Now whenever we come back to our listing, all we have to do is just highlight this, copy off the title line that you created. When you do your listing, you'll have your title line in here. All you have to do is copy that, right click, copy, come down to here, highlight this, and paste. All right. I go down through a lot of various things here, and I'm going to stop, I'm going to put them in, and then I'm going to be back. Alrighty, I'm back. I've entered in all the various things that I also have right up here. All of these, brand, style, type, materials, all of this nature, all that stuff is right in here. And all my measurements, which are your inseams and everything else, I put all my measurements down in here. When it comes time to actually do it, all I have to do is double click on it and type in the correct measurement. I also put country or region of manufacture, and here again is my stock number. In this particular case, it's B170300. So this here is the same as what I put in right here. And we'll just make it the same. Paste that one in. Okay. And again, that you don't need to do that, but I find it very useful. Now you notice that when I'm scrolling here, it goes up and down. If I come over here and scroll inside this little box, it scrolls the box. Okay, so I've got that all in. I also put in some other information. And rather than do it here, you can put in whatever you want. I'm going to bring my other one over here and just show you. I put in this. Tells about the photos, my terms of sale, my shipping information, a little note saying, hey, give me some feedback, and I thank them for looking at my items. Okay, that's all you really need to do here. But like I say, I would add a bunch of others, some of the other things at the bottom there to do what you need in order to inform them about some of your policies. I normally leave this at auction style on my templates. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. It depends. It doesn't make any difference because you're either going to have auction style or fixed price, and they're different. Auction style, you can pick your 7 days, your 10 days. If you have it on a fixed price, you can pick how many days you want. Could kill, cancel, 30 days, whatever. So let's put it back on, because the other on a fixed price, you'd have a buy it now price. All this stuff you just leave. Whatever you think you normally do. If you have more auctions than you have fixed price, you'd want to set it on auctions and let it eliminate one click you're going to have to do later. Doesn't really make any difference. Now with auctions, if you don't have a buy it now price and you don't normally put a buy it now price, then you want to turn this off right here. Otherwise, it's going to give you a reject. And you'll have to come back and click it anyhow. If you normally have a buy it now price, then of course, click that in. Okay, I'll take it out. So in this area, it's just whatever you would normally do. And you come down through here, you've got your charge tax, you charge sales tax, returns accepted. In this area here, you put in your normal, whatever is your return policy details. It's whatever you do. You charge a restocking fee and your domestic shipping. Okay, normally I don't do a lot with this stuff. Whatever your normal way of shipping is, this is what you want to list in here. Say if you did a lot of first class packages, put that in, and whatever your postage for your first class package would be, we'll say that normally it's around 10 ounces or something you send out. Your first class postage would probably be around $3.96 or whatever you want to put in there. If you want free shipping, that's whatever you normally do. If you sell international and you go through the global shipping program, you'd want to click this. Otherwise, you'd click this off. And after that, see if I can bring this up just a little bit. I can't. Okay. Down here it says save template, preview template, and cancel. If you preview template, it's going to come up and show you basically what you have in there. These are the items your inseam and things you put in, and you're going to show you basically, and we're going to come down here and close that out. So that is how you basically set up a template. And you just save your template. Okay, looks like there's a problem listing. The template name must be unique. Ah, yes, we already have one of those in there. We'll just put something a little fancy out here. Okay, testing. That'll do it. And save template. And now you could either list with a template, create another template, or say you're done. Let's say we're done. Now we come back in here and we see this one right here, women's pants, red border, white background, testing is one we just did. If you wanted to edit it, you could edit it right here. That will bring you back in to where you just were. We're going to come down here and just cancel that. And I'm going to get rid of this one since I don't want it in there anyhow. Yeah, you could come in here and you could delete, you could copy the template. So, okay, that's a good point. So now we'll say you want to use one that's jeans. You could copy this template, and that brings you back up to where all you have to do is make your changes. Jeans. Okay, you got it women's jeans, but now you want to change it from pants. You'd want to change it over to browse categories, and you would bring it over here and find jeans. Now between the women's pants and women's jeans, everything is the same unless you have women's store in which you want to put it in women's jeans. Pre-owned, excellent condition, all your other stuff that you have there, all this stuff, you don't have to do nothing with it this time. All you have to do is come down here and save your template. And we'll say I'm done for now. Now you can see we have women's jeans testing. It was just that easy to make the new one. You could do the same thing with men's. You just have to take, like I say, come in here, copy template, change it to men's jeans, change your category. This time you'd want to be men's clothing and jeans. And you'd change your store. Basically everything else, the measurements and everything, are all basically the same. And we're going to save that template. Done for now. So you can see now we have a men's jeans testing. It's just that simple. Once you make the first one, then it goes from there. When you go to make in the, we'll say you're going to make some for women's shorts. You do the same thing. You just change whatever you need to do on the very your first one that you made up. You just change whatever you need to change. Okay, I'm getting a little long-winded here. Let's go in and just for kicks, let's go in here to women's pants. Let's say we're going to take and make one. We're going to create a listing. Click it right there. Okay, let's do a women's jeans. Let's say women's jeans testing right here. We're going to actually create a listing using one of your templates that you just made. Click on that, come down in here and say create a listing. And it come up without a title because you are creating a listing now. I have another one over here at the side that I have up. I'm just going to copy and paste. This is one of my actual listings. Okay. And then the number that I have over here on the side. Okay, we got that. And it's women's jeans. I also want to list it under women's pants. They might be going in and looking under women's jeans, but somebody may look in women's pants when they're trying to find them. So let's go up here and try to find women's pants. Now I got it listed in my store in 2 different categories. And it's pre-owned. And I see that my conditions are the same. Okay, let's go up here and let's add a few photos. I think the photos I have over here are pants, not jeans, but that's okay. Okay, and where do I have them? Right here. And you can see that I got a number here. This is when I photographed them. I put the on a whiteboard, I wrote this number. And then I photographed it, and then I know that all the photographs after that, until I come up to my next number sequence here, is for this pair of pants. We're not going to upload that. We're just going to upload these. Okay, we've got them uploaded, but you see that they're not correct here, okay? So what we can do is click this little rotate button here. Ah, there it is. Now it's got, now we save it. This one's right, that one's right, these are all right. There's another one that's not right. We'll correct it and we'll save it. This one's right, that one's not. Oh, again, we'll save it. Okay. You can also move these around. Say you wanted this one over here. All you have to do is drag it, put it over there. Okay. So now it's telling you that these, it recommends these item specifics. There's Old Navy and color black. Okay, that we're going to accept them all. Now I simply have to go through and measure my items and input my various dimensions. And inseam on this one is 29 inches. And the waist, where's the waist? The waist is 21 and a half. And that makes it 21 and a half multiplied by 2 makes it about a 43. And you put them all in. You come down through here, and the way I do it is I come up like this, and I come over here. For instance, the waist, I would simply copy this, come down here, and put it in waist. I would come back up here, and when you have a full screen here instead of just what I'm able to video on, create the video on, you don't have to do all the scrolling as much. Copy the inseam and put it in here. Okay, we got all that stuff. Now I'll show you what your HTML looks like for all this. This is what I was talking about. You don't really need to even know anything about this in order to create it in the standard mode. You can come down and fill out your other dimensions and all your other things that you have in here that you want to do, and you can actually preview the item. And we're going to close this, and we're not going to do anything. So we're going to what we're going to do here is we're going to cancel it. We'll just save and continue, and then I'll cancel it out later. I'll delete it later. That's about. You can see there's a completed draft, and you can come back in and click on there to complete it later. Or in this case, I'm just going to delete the draft. And actually, that's about all there is to creating a template that you can easily use. Once you have them all made, I would simply come over here, activate listing, active listings rather, listing templates, and then I pick the one that I wanted to use and create a listing. Okay, that's about all I have for you today. I'm going to cancel stop with this, and I'm going to review it and see if it's reasonably good or at least acceptable, and then I'll upload it for you. Have a great day.